You think you know the greatest hits of this legendary act? Well, these are 10 of the most underrated Fall Out Boy songs you need to listen to. Despite being on the release that wasn't supposed to happen, Pretty in Punk is actually one of the highlights of this controversial release. It's got some bombastic energy on the guitars and drumming, and represents the punk influences the band had on many of their tracks up until this point. Amongst one of the most epic songs the band would ever create, I Am My Own Muse exceeds at its grandiose, almost prog sound, and is easily one of the highlights for me on So Much for Stardust, the most Midwest emo-esque song the band would ever produce, and showcases the band's influences from the second wave scene. Tracks like this are what I wish more people knew from this band. Plus, it's good proof that they are the same lineage of the older bands of the emo scene. Another song with clear emo influences, but almost 20 years apart from the previous song, it again showcases that the band can create some quality tracks of that style in the modern era, albeit with some pop tendencies. Straightforward, cut and dry, pop punk is what Grenade Jumper offers. Nothing more, nothing less. Everything done here is yet another front-to-end classic, and is amongst my favorites from Take This to Your Grave. What if I told you Fall Out Boy made some post-grunge tracks? Well, this fully ado B-side called Pavlov is the closest we've ever gotten to the band straight up emulating that sound, and it's surprisingly a hit that I recommend. The least popular track on Infinity on High, yet is still a banger. The Afterlife of the Party is still a classic track with some pop influence, but is able to take their signature sound and create this little gem hidden on the album. A very hardcore style track with clear 80s influence, but goes even further with an instrumental and vocal track that goes hard, and is a satisfying closer to All You Do. Do not skip this when listening to the last album of their golden years. Another underrated B-side, released on their first Greatest Hits album. It is a very catchy pop rock track that rarely ever gets acknowledged by the band, which is a damn shame. Go out and listen to this unheard gem. This song is an absolute time capsule of 2005, but in the best ways possible. Yes, it has some very of the time lingo, but in a weird way, that's why I love Champagne for My Real Friends. It helps that the catchy emo pop choruses bring up the energy of this track. Those are my top underrated Fall Out Boy songs. Comment yours below.